everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I quit. I give up. This is my Pan That Palette finale. Yeah. If you've watched any of my other updates for this year, you know that there was no chance I was ever going to finish this palette. That's okay. In case you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I was doing the PANtastic Ladies Facebook group's theme, kicking it old school for this year. It was an older palette. I chose the Coastal Scents 88 palette. It was all blues and greens. Well, not all. There was one kind of like a blurple color and then a black. Everything else was blues and greens, like in shades of like in between, so like teals and stuff like that. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't know what I was thinking when I brought this in. I mean, I do know that I would like to get this palette finished, but I know that this was not the year for it. There will be a spreadsheet linked down below for everyone that has joined in. There is a theme already for the group for next year. It will start on January 1st. I'm looking forward to it. And I am pulling out a bunch of palettes so that you guys can help me figure out what I want to pan for next year. All the eyeshadows are going to be coming up very soon. But let's get into these eyeshadows. The ones that I did finish, the ones that I didn't finish. And then, of course, the Better Together theme that Paula created. I have this palette right here. It's upside down. I won't say the name of that palette, but you can read it there for yourself. This was my companion palette for the Better Together theme. And that's my second palette, so, you know, we'll be okay with that one. So let's get this one out of the way. The big elephant in the room. There was originally, I think, 27 shades left in here that I was attempting to finish this year. I should have known. You guys should have told me from the very beginning it was never going to happen. This is what she looks like right now. There is a ton of silver in there, like a ton of silver. But there's still like a whole lot of blue and green in here. I did finish 3 shades since the last update, which I'm very happy about, but I have a lot more left to go. So let's go over the ones that I did actually finish. The first one is A4, so that is this one right here. I don't even remember what shade that was. I want to say it was like some kind of light teal. I'm sure it was. And she's gone. She is gone now. I finished A5. That one is done. That was originally a light teal that I did franken into a really pretty shimmer shade, and that was finished up. I used that on my lids. I've used it on my inner corners. I've used it everywhere. I think I even tried it as a highlighter one day. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. And then, of course, I finished the black shade down here in the corner. Very happy to have that done since I have to work on a black shade in another project right now, so it was always nice to have that one finished. So I did finish 3 more, which ain't too shabby. I finished 8 of these from this palette this year. I mean, 8 shadows finished isn't horrible, especially in a year where I was really trying to hit pan on everything else. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it. There's no point in that. 8 shades out of 27 isn't great for percentages, but I did finish 8 shadows. So there is that. And I did hit pan on a ton of stuff in here. There are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shadows that have pan on them, plus the 8 that I finished. Not great, not horrible. I'm going to live with it. Don't know what I'm going to do about this palette for next year. I don't know if I'm going to continue working on it. If I do, it's going to get frankened. I'm going to like franken the heck out of it, but I don't know if I want to work on it again next year or if I just want to like pick a random shadow here or there and try to work on the shades one at a time. I think with this palette this year, while I love my greens and I really do like some teals, I don't like things that lean way blue. So like turquoise, I'm not in love with. Teals, I do like, if that makes any kind of sense. The greener it is, the more I like it. The purple in here is a blurple, and it was not in my preferred purple list, but I did use it. I made some pretty good pans on some of these. So I feel like if I wasn't confronted with so many of the samey sameness, which that's what this palette is, that is left, there's so much that is very similar in here. I think if I just had a 1 or 2 at a time, maybe even up to 3 or 4, I probably could have done this. But I think I got intimidated looking at all the greens and all of the blues and all of the teals all at once. I kind of just shied away from it, and I don't like to approach my PANtat palettes that way. So yeah, I feel like if I move forward with this palette, it's got to be like little snippets at a time, kind of like the old adage, how do you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. I feel like that's how I have to handle this palette from here on out. So we will see it again in the future. I just don't think I will pan it as a palette as a whole. All right, now on to the Better Together version. This is from BH Cosmetics. See the name right there. This is my second palette that I put in for Better Together. I did have, I think it's Essence Dancing Green, where I wanted to hit pan on every shade. I did do that, and then this was rolled in after that, because I figured these shades would go really nice with the Coastal Scents palette, and they do if I actually use them. But again, I wasn't picking this up as much as I should have been, so I wasn't using this as much as I should. I did hit pan in this one. That was already there by the last update. That was in Blissed Out. And I did use Good Karma, but it doesn't even look like it. I basically just tapped a little on my finger and tapped it on my lids, so it doesn't even look like I used the shade. But other than that, I really didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. It has just been that kind of a month. So I used a ton of other things. It wasn't these. So I feel bad. I don't feel bad. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Is that how that goes? So I am just going to put those off to the side. The BH Cosmetics palette I'm going to be putting away. I don't know that I'm going to be working on that next year because I have greens in other projects, which was also a conflict this year. So, and you know how that goes. So this might come up in my eyeshadows help me decide video. I've already given you my feelings on it, but I do kind of want to work on it a little bit at the same time. I don't want to do the whole thing. I just little snippets of it here and there. That is everything for this finale. It was not the greatest finale in the world. I've had some great finales already. This one was not one of those, but it has to end, and I figured might as well rip that band-aid and just get it over with, because I knew I was not going to be focusing on it for the rest of this month. So just get it off my desk, out of my sight, and then I don't even have to have that like black cloud hanging over my head. I can deal with that later. Today is not that day. All right, definitely go check out everyone else that has joined in. Like I said, it's going to be the spreadsheet for the PANtastic Ladies version. There's going to be a list of the people that have joined in for the Better Together version. I do believe that this is coming back as well, the Better Together. It is going to be a project unto itself within the PANtastic Ladies Facebook group. And again, anyone else can join in. Once we go live with stuff, anyone can join in. You don't have to be part of the Facebook group. You don't even have to have like social media that you post on. There are a lot of people that are in the Facebook group that don't have YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, and they will just post the updates within the Facebook group, or they'll post them on like the comment section of YouTube or stuff like that. So don't feel like you have to be able to post on social media in order to join in or be part of the Facebook group, because that is just not the case. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.